Cleveland Browns' 2025 expectations have been given a 5.5 win designation. Only won 3 games in 2024, so nowhere to go but up, right?
Hey, look, man, it's a new year, man. You gotta reinvent yourself.
Browns fans are like, does AI voiceover guy not know that we have finished with 0 wins before?
Hit by burn, sack, fumbles.
That we literally lost our franchise for a few years?
Gonna get sacked again.
So excuse us when we question the validity of your nowhere to go but up claim.
We gotta fight. We're in for a fight. And that's what we want. We want to fight.
Okay, but it would be hard for Cleveland's offense to go backwards this season.
Watson has to try to get out of the pocket. He's in trouble again. He's hit. Ball's out. Frankie Luvu has it.
Last in scoring and worst on third down.
Can't get away from Frankie Luvu.
28th in yards per game and in the red zone. PFF ranked their O-line the worst in the league. Only one team gave up more sacks.
Steps up and he goes down.
So, who's going to step up and reverse the curse? Hard Knocks should have done whatever it took to get Cleveland this offseason. Just click record and let the greatest reality QB TV dating game show of all time unfold.
It's like a reality show. It's like the real world. It's like Joe Flacco, 41, Kenny Pickett, who they traded a pick and a player for, and then you have a 3rd-round rookie and a 5th-round rookie. One of those people is not going to be in that room week 1.
Browns fans know Bachelor number 1. They've been out with him a few times before. Has a little salt and pepper on the noggin. He's the George Clooney if you're into the older man thing. Say hello to Joe Flacco.
Lost it downfield for Alec Pierce. He's got it. 30. He's at the 20. Down the far sideline. 10. 5. Touchdown.
Bachelor number 2 is also known by the Dog Pound. They haven't dated, but he was with their neighbor for a while. With that last name, though, maybe not the direction they should go in. Welcome, Kenny Pickett.
This is Frankie Luvu coming up with the pick. Stepped in front of A.J. Brown.
Bachelor number 3. Well, he's the current significant other. Not sure how many Browns fans want him to be significant anymore. But hey, maybe Deshaun Watson still has time to win your hearts back.
Tipped up in the air. Intercepted.
Bachelor number 4 spent his fair share of years in college, but he's finally ready to move on to the adult world.
He is a 24-year-old who has played a ton of football, 3 different schools.
63 starts?
Yes, to me, he was like on the sliding scale of left-handed quarterbacks who are a little undersized. I'd go Tua, I'd go Gabriel, I'd go Kellen Moore underneath it. So
wow.
That was kind of when I was looking at him. But he's got a live arm. He's just not a big guy.
And finally, Bachelor number 5. What can you say? Famous father understands the plight of Cleveland, as he too has to be able to forget terrible disappointment in order to get on with his day. Say hello to Shedeur Sanders, of course.
He's got a point guard style of quarterback play. It is timing and rhythm and accuracy. You'll see that here on this tape. Also, the offensive line under a lot of duress over the last 2 years, a lot of collapsing pockets. He's able to hang in there, show his toughness. This was the negative side of it. It was the drifting out of pockets. It was taking bad sacks at inopportune times.
Browns quarterbacks put up a nice 71 in the rating category. That'd be great if they were golfing. It was 32nd in the NFL. Only one team finished the year with less than 6 yards per attempt.
He is sacked down to the 2-yard line.
Blah, 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 bad numbers, etc. This is all anyone needs to know. It was a Jameis Winston.
Jameis under pressure, trying to climb, and he's going to go down.
Deshaun Watson.
Watson tries to get away from it. Ed cannot.
DTR.
Thompson Robinson. Sack.
Bailey Zappi passing joint. Dog Pound was passing those around after watching that quartet man the QB spot.
Jameis under pressure, trying to climb, and he's going to go down.
There is at least one Brown on offense who hits 2025 with confidence.
What's Judy? Has it! Touchdown!
Jerry Jeudy broke out for a career year, 90 catches, 1,200 plus yards, 4 touchdowns, made even more impressive when you factor in LeCarpetron Duke Marriott was throwing to him.
Has Judy running free? He has it at the 30, the 20, Jerry Jeudy to the far pylon.
Out with slot guy Elijah Moore, 500 plus yards in less than ideal conditions.
Great concentration and awareness by Elijah Moore. Look at that. That is definitely a touchdown.
Tight end David Njoku, 500 plus yards in just 11 games. Njoku was good for close to 900 yards in 2023, so he is a top shelf dude when healthy.
Caught! Touchdown! Njoku!
Tight end Jordan Akins, 390 yards last year. Wide receiver Cedric Tillman, 339. They kind of filled the picture out.
Oh man, Cedric Tillman's been waiting for this moment.
Along the ground, Jerome Ford in line to be the man after they cut ties with Nick Chubb.
Happy to see you back out there, huh? Appreciate you.
Chubb returned to make 8 starts last year.
Welcome back, and welcome back to the end zone.
Ford hit big quite a bit last year, a nice 5.4 yard per carry average.
Jerome Ford down the sidelines, finally knocked out.
And they also nabbed Quinshon Judkins in the second round, gives them a nice 1-2 punch.
Judkins, to me, this is a player that reminded me a little bit of Sony Michel in terms of a guy who carried 221 pounds really well. He can do a lot of work between the tackles, just real quick, shifty back.
Offense needs a full-blown facelift. Defense could use some work too, and more than just a nip and a tuck.
Caught! Jamar Chase!
29th in points per game allowed, 19th in yards per game, 24th in the red zone.
For the goal line touchdown!
Have to defend the pass better, 27th in rating allowed, 25th in yards per attempt given up.
And he's got him!
They have ground to make up along the ground, gave up 4.5 a carry.
Lunges into the end zone.
The one facet they fared well in last year, pressuring the quarterback, they were first, tallied over 40 sacks.
Alex Wright's got him and throws him out of the back of the end zone. Safety!
And phew, they do at least still have first-teamer Myles Garrett and the 14-plus sacks he usually comes with.
Myles Garrett now the only player in the history of the National Football League to have 4 straight seasons with 14 or more sacks.
Another young guy at the other DN spot with Isaiah McGuire, 2.5 sacks coming off the bench most games. Change at defensive tackle, out with Dalvin Tomlinson, made it home 3 times.
Herbert set again. Tomlinson.
In with DT Malik Collins, who gave San Francisco 5 sacks in 2024.
Brissett in trouble and spikes it into the ground as Collins got to him again.
Shelby Harris by his side, space eater type. And Mason Graham, who they used a first-round pick on.
He's my 4th overall player, so I love the value they're getting here. This is a guy with a wrestling background who is unbelievable against the run. You cannot move him at the point of attack. He plays with incredible leverage, and then he also flashes this ability, as he showed against Alabama, to penetrate, make his way into the backfield. Just a dominant player.
They have vet Jordan Hicks in the middle, enters off a 78 tackle, 2 sack year.
It's his drops. Jordan Hicks.
And Mohamed Diabate made 21 starts in his year too, 13 games, 70 tackles.
Diabate coming with some smoke.
And they added linebacker Carson Schwessinger in the second round.
He clearly, to me, is the best available off-the-ball linebacker, and after him, it drops off a cliff. So they must have looked at the board and said, if we need a linebacker, we need to do it right now.
Browns cornerback trio all gave up rates over 100 last year, so all could rebound.
That's what they do.
Safety Grant Delpit gave up a 140 rate, allowed 4 touchdowns.
It is complete. It is a touchdown, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Saving grace, his 111 tackles. Third-year safety Ronnie Hickman, on the other hand, a sub-90 rate in his time on the field.
Knocked away.
Cornerback Denzel Ward led the NFL in passes defensed in 2024.
Ward's got it. Picked off.
Rating allowed of 99. Cornerback Martin Emerson, rate allowed of 100.
Neighbors makes a diving cut.
Greg Newsome, 111.
Got away from a defender.
Neither guy is old, and both played at much higher levels the year before. So it's the same 5 cats back there again. Ward, Emerson, and Newsome have it in them to be a great trio, just have to recapture the magic, which they might do if their front 7 can heat things up a little more often. We know Myles will, but who else? Collins and Graham represent new blood in the middle, but all eyes will be on the QB position once again. Who ends up with the most starts, and are they properly equipped? Judy, a healthy Njoku, and then what? Lots of handoffs with Ford and Judkins plenty capable of eating up the clock. Cleveland enters the year with the hunted designation on their backs, not hunters. They do get a couple of 5.5 over teams. Tennessee at home at least. Jets are the other team part of that club. If the QB position isn't better though, this is a team that could walk out with a single win. But let's say the QB position produces at a much higher clip than expected. They take Pittsburgh, Miami, Minnesota, along with Tennessee at home, edge Las Vegas, New England, and the Jets on the road to go 7-10, which would exceed expectations. I've learned that it's more often than not they don't exceed hopes, so the arrow in this case is landing on the side of less than 6 wins. It just doesn't look promising, even from behind this bag.
Get up! Come on! Let's go! Come on!
Baltimore Ravens fans, they don't give a flock what their 2025 line in the sand is.
What?
The only over they care about is the one Stallone cared about.
Hey, we gotta do what we do, man.
It's over the top or bust.
You know what? It's gonna get better. It's gonna get better.
Lamar Jackson is desperate to find his way out of Dan Marino's footsteps.
Hey, when they up against it, they're gonna run Lamar. When they up against it, they're gonna run Lamar.
Don't get me wrong, having a Hall of Fame career isn't a bad thing.
And Lamar Jackson does it again!
And only so many guys in the history of the game can truly be labeled a game changer.
It's unfair. These are the best athletes in the world that he makes them look like they should not be out there with him.
But in Dan's own words, being called the greatest quarterback to never win a Super Bowl kind of sucks.
Lamar bobbles the snap.
Luckily, Lamar has plenty of time to avoid creating a great debate.
Caught for a touchdown! Absolutely amazing!
And it's not like he's saddled with carrying the weight solo.
Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry have been unstoppable.
Derrick Henry more than lived up to his rep in his first year in Baltimore.
He could, 20,
1,900 plus yards,
10, 5.
16 scores on 5.9 per run.
He will go all the way.
Lamar went for 900 plus rush yards as well.
Lamar Jackson showing off the speed.
Led the league in yards per carry for the second year in a row.
Touchdown, Ravens!
It's hard to ask for more from Baltimore's offense in the regular season, at least.
Every time we out there, we gotta score. Every time we out there.
First in yards per game, one of 3 teams to average 30 or more points per game.
Pat Ricard, touchdown, Ravens!
Third on third down, first in the red zone, only 2 teams with fewer turnovers.
It is caught! Touchdown! Oh, what a catch by Mark Andrews!
Super Troopers cops can't ask him to pull over anymore. They're already pulled over as far as they can go, so to speak.
Wallace breaks a tackle. He's to the 30. Stiff arms a man. 35-40.
Baltimore's O-face built on its rush attack. Second in rush attempts, 31st in pass attempts.
He's in! Touchdown, Lamar!
Hey, nice job. It's a great play. Nice job, man. Nice job. Just like that.
Ernie McCracken couldn't pick up that split. Zay Flowers, Jackson's go-to, led them in targets.
Zay Flowers on the receiving end.
Went for 1,000 plus yards after starting his career off with 850 plus.
Caught the one, in for a touchdown!
Kingpin, underrated bowling classic. Rashad Bateman, breakout year.
He's got Bateman open at the 5. Touchdown!
750 plus yards, 9 touchdowns in his year 4.
Bateman is there. He makes the catch!
Both those represent career highs.
He's in! Touchdown, Ravens!
Yeah, babe! Yeah, babe!
Now add some D-Hop to the mix. 600 plus yards between Kansas City and Tennessee last year, 5 TDs. Went for over 1,000 the year before.
Passes caught by Hopkins!
Mark Andrews comes off a career high in touchdowns as well.
Touchdown, Ravens!
Painted it purple 11 times.
He's got a man, he's got Andrews, he's got a touchdown!
Tight end Isaiah Likely, a career high in receptions, yards, and TDs.
Isaiah Likely has it at the 30, sidesteps the tackler, he's to the 20.
42 catches, 477 yards, 6 scores as he heads into his 4th season.
Touchdown, Ravens!
Nelson Aguilar was the spare part. Running back Justice Hill, 42 catches, 380 plus receiving yards.
End zone man open, touchdown!
Gave him 225 plus on the ground.
Leg race 20, he's in!
Baltimore's O-line ranked 19th by PFF. gave up the third fewest sacks.
Back of the end zone, touchdown Ravens!
Just one change to the group. Lost guard Patrick McCarry will lean on Voorhees, a rookie last year. Ravens offense hoping to run it back basically, and they're plenty happy with the cast of returning defensive players too.
Physicality, come through us!
Baltimore's defense got off to a slow start in 2024, but turned it around.
Pile up! Ravens say they have it, they do!
Held teams to 21 points per game when it was all said and done.
And the Ravens defense pushing the Cowboys around again.
Good for 9th lowest. They were 10th in yards per game allowed.
Burrow throws to the end zone, it's incomplete!
Secondary was the biggest culprit in their early struggles, but they worked their way back to a 91 rating at least.
Intercepted, picked off!
8th lowest completion percentage allowed.
It's a mindset when it comes to being dominant, and I love it.
Ravens bagged 54 quarterbacks, second most in the NFL.
Wilson, down he goes at the 35-yard line.
And no team was harder to run on.
What are you willing to give up?
Hard to run on them when Roquan is always in the way. First team All-Pro back-to-back years, that says it all.
In the zone from the first snap to the last.
Smith's linebacking partners, Trenton Simpson with 73 tackles in his sophomore campaign.
Trenton Simpson, outstanding timing.
Let Malik Harrison walk, 54 tackles, so not a major piece.
Edwards over the left side, and that play is made by Harrison.
They are armed with at least 3 elite QB hunters. Nnamdi Madubuike, Pro Bowler back-to-back years, 6.5 sacks from the inside.
He's been challenged by Zach Orr to become more violent, and that's exactly what he did there.
Outside, Kyle Van Noy, the vet with back-to-back 9+ sack seasons after putting up a career-high 12.
Noy's got him, and he'll be credited for his 5th sack.
Odafe Owe broke out, 10 bags. Previous high over his 4 years in the league was 5. They have high hopes for youngster Tavius Robinson, 3.5 sacks in his second year.
And he gets sacked, gets taken down.
Plus, they used a second-round pick on outside linebacker Mike Green.
3rd overall pass rusher and someone I had rated as my 21st overall player. He fell here not because of anything you see on the football field. He is talented, he is productive, he is a very gifted player. There was some off-the-field stuff that surfaced at Virginia.
Travis Jones fills things out, got his first chance to start in his 3rd season. 42 tackles from the nose tackle spot, not too shabby.
Now you can put a sack in his accomplishments this year as well.
How about their back end? Peppa would tell them to thank their moms. Wiggins, Humphrey, Hamilton are quite the big 3. Marlon struts into 2025 off a first-team showing.
It's intercepted, picked off, Marlon Humphrey!
Sub-60 rate with a fat 15 passes defensed, 6 interceptions.
The Ravens force a turnover.
Crockett and Tubbs are at the door of Baltimore's GM's house. Turns out the theft suspicions surrounding the selection of Nate Wiggins were valid. Sub-60 rate, 13 passes defensed in his first go at things.
Right into the hands of Nate Wiggins, and the rookie walks in for an early pick 6.
They love their safety duo. Kyle Hamilton, of course, is in the convo for best doing it.
Intercepted, picked off.
Doing it right. Low 80s rate along with 100+ tackles. Good enough for second-team All-Pro.
And incomplete. Hamilton broke it up.
And Ardarius Washington settled in next to him, held quarterbacks to a sub-90 rate with a couple of picks.
Picked off on the play by Ardarius Washington.
Have to see where everyone settles in their DB room because they also have Malachi Starks, their first-rounder this year.
Yeah, this is someone who can play in the nickel, can play as the high safety. I think with the Ravens, that's where he's going to be. He's going to be that on top of the Christmas tree safety there.
They let Brandon Stevens depart, allowed a team-high 858 yards. No one was even a close second. Gave up a 105 rate.
He's got it at the 10. Did he keep his toes in?
Snagged corner Jair Alexander late. If he stays healthy for them, their secondary is almost going to be impossible to pass on.
I know you are. Matter of fact, I know you are.
So, in the big picture, Baltimore's offense, if anything, got a little more dangerous with D-Hop coming on board. Lamar, Derrick, Flowers, Bateman, Andrews, and company put up plenty of points as it was. Continuity also the theme on defense. Washington, Jones, Madubuike, Van Noy, Owe, Roquan, Trenton Simpson, running it back with the rookie Green being added to the fold. And just the one change to their secondary, adding Starks and subtracting Stevens would seem to make them more problematic. Also added vet corner Chidobe Awuzie for depth. Harbaugh, Lamar, Henry, and that defense can't lose more than 8 games, and that would be a feat. But sure, they play Kansas City and Buffalo on the road. Let's say they drop road games to Green Bay and Miami as well. Home losses to Detroit and the Rams. The 9-8 floor, them and Pittsburgh are as close to over 500 locks as it gets. If they play to their standard, though, they beat LA at home, beat Kansas City, Miami, and Green Bay on the road. That's a 14-win ceiling. Again, they really only care about being at the dance at this point, not what they're wearing. They shouldn't stumble in, though. 12 wins still seems like an easy marker for them to cross with the dudes they have, but as always, the division games will be dogfights, save the ones maybe against the team with the dog pounds. No offense.
Win on me, win on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Cincinnati Bengals 2025 line in the sand at 10.5 wins. This after they came up with 9 wins in 2024. Disappointing when you have Joe and Jamar going off week after week.
Got it at the 5. Touchdown!
Hard to ask Burrow and Chase to do more than what they gave last year.
It's a foot race.
They are the league's Han and Chewie, Mario and Luigi, Elliott and Mr. Robot.
Caught! Jamar Chase!
Joe led the league in Batmobile purchases, touchdowns,
Caught for the touchdown!
and yards per game.
Guns it deep downfield. Chase is open. Catches at the 30.
Jamar comes off a Triple Crown season.
Caught at the 50 by Jamar Chase.
Receptions, yards, touchdowns, he was the leader guy in all 3.
He's got 2 teammates to block.
The iconic NFL duo gave life to their O-face. 6th in points per game, 9th in yards per game, 5th on third down and in the red zone.
Everyone keep stepping up. Keep that up.
There is some room for improvement in there. Suppose Burrow can throw for 50 TDs and Chase can go for 2K. Get to work, slackers.
Jamar Chase is putting on one of the great shows in Bengals history.
These Bengals, of course, are the winged variety, 2nd in pass attempts, 30th in rush attempts last year.
Over the shoulder catch.
Oh, baby.
T. Higgins hit 900 yards, has done so 4 of his 5 years in the show.
Caught for the touchdown.
Remains the best 2 in the game.
An emphatic spike.
Guy who could see a jump in his production, Andre Yoshivash, 479 yards in his sophomore year in the league, 6 touchdowns, gained Burrow's trust.
Yoshivash extends the ball over the goal line.
Tight end Mike Gesicki comes off his most productive season since 2021. Vet was good for 665 yards last year.
There it is. Yeah.
And third year back, Chase Brown broke out in his year 2, over 50 catches, 360 receiving yards, 4 receiving TDs.
Toward the pylon. That is a touchdown.
Along with 990 rush yards, 7 touchdowns on 4.3 a carry.
Rolls into the end zone.
Took over as the RB1.
25-20, racing to the 15-10.
One way Cincinnati's offense could make gains, take fewer sacks.
Gets away from a sack and then gets sacked.
Gave up 48 of them in 2024, the interior of the line being a big problem.
And Burrow will be sacked.
They like their tackles. Rookie Amarius Mims, left tackle Orlando Brown, let guard Alex Kappa walk. He gave up a team-high 7 sacks, but gotta have more from that interior, and a lot more from that defense. The 2024 model wasn't much better than Al Bundy's ride, 26th in points per game allowed.
Touchdown!
25th in yards per game, 23rd on third down,
He's in.
30th in the red zone.
1-6. Touchdown.
Secondary's numbers weren't terrible.
To the goal line. Touchdown.
Not elite by any means either, just sort of meddling.
And it is caught. Devontae Smith.
Or mid if you're into the whole brevity thing.
Touchdown.
Pass rush didn't rush many QBs. 22nd in pressure rate, 25th in sacks.
Touchdown.
And they gave up 4.4 per along the ground. Being tied for 12th doesn't make it good. It was another meh part of their defense.
He's into the end zone!
Having linebacker Logan Wilson all year would help there. 100-plus tackles and only played in 11 games. Has gone for 100-plus 4 straight years.
26-yard line is Justice Hill.
No more Jermaine Pratt, though, who went for a career-high 143 tackles. Wilson's sub, Akeem Davis-Gaither, no longer with the team. He went for 80-plus tackles, picked off a ball, and forced a fumble.
And an interception! That is picked off by Davis-Gaither.
They added linebacker Demetrius Knight in the second round.
Is a high-character player, someone who's an excellent leader, and someone who plays a physical brand of football. So you want to play downhill against the run, you're going to love what you see from Demetrius Knight Jr.
They used their first 2 picks to try and shore up their defensive front, used their first rounder on Shamar Stewart.
Rashawn Gary is the comparison. This is a classic traits, disruption versus production, because he has got elite height, weight, speed, and he is very disruptive.
Vet Sheldon Rankins didn't really produce the way they hoped, so they showed him the door. Vet BJ Hill, steady as ever, 3 sacks plus, was tough on the run as usual.
This under pressure anyway, and down he goes!
Rankin's poor play allowed Chris Jenkins to see the field more, came up with 3 sacks across 15 games, 9 of them starts.
Chris Jenkins with his second of the game.
Cincinnati, middle of the pack in bags, despite having the league's top shopper.
Big play, Trey.
Trey Hendrickson comes off a year that saw him lead the NFL with 17.5 sacks, has posted that many back-to-back years.
And Hendrickson again!
Second most QB hits last year, made first team All-Pro, and still feels like he doesn't get the proper credit.
Yeah, Trey! That's a sack! That's a sack!
Joseph Asai was the closest thing to help he had, 5 sacks in his second year.
Then Osai coming around the backside.
Sam Hubbard had a disappointing run, so he ran off into the sunset and retired. Just 2 sacks in 14 games, so they don't lose much production.
Here comes Hubbard. Oh, he threw him away like a ragdoll.
Back end, cornerback Cam Taylor-Britt, shaky 2024.
Come on, bro! Solve problems, bro.
Gave up 6 touchdowns. His rate from 2023, 78. Last year jumped to 102.
It's on us, dog. Come on.
Still, knocked down the 5th most passes, 3 INTs.
Problem solvers. Problem solvers.
They expect to have Dax Hill back.
Passes knocked away, incomplete.
Hey! Let's go.
The youngster only played 5 games a year ago. They have a couple young corners with some promise, too. Josh Newton held quarterbacks to a mid-90s rate in his rookie year.
It's intercepted! Josh Newton!
DJ Turner held his 2024 targets to a sub-70 rate after allowing a 116 rate his rookie season.
A couple of plays by DJ Turner has allowed this to be a game again.
Have a young safety they like, too. Jordan Battle held quarterbacks to a sub-85 rate his second year in the league.
And he is picked!
Geno Stone, rate allowed over 100, gave up 5 touchdowns, but 80-plus tackles and 4 picks.
The needle deflected and picked by Geno Stone!
Evan McPherson giving it the old toe still, 16 for 22 last year, not good, so needs to aim his toe better this time.
No good! And sudden death continues in Cincinnati.
Bengals playmakers are the same: Burrow, Chase, Higgs, Yoshi Vosh, with Chase Brown taking handoffs. This group was not their problem last year, so it makes sense they're all the same. This group kinda was, so they hit the draft to try and make it better. Stewart represents an upgrade over Hubbard. He and Dosai hoping to help lighten the burden currently carried by Hendrickson. Wilson pairing with a new linebacking mate for the first time in years. Battle and Stone at safety, Hill and CTB at corner, up to new DC Al Golden to get more out of them. If he doesn't, they could be looking at another 9-win season, which is a high floor, and that's tied to a schedule that does appear favorable. They are lined up to play pretty well at home especially. And in the best case scenario, they only say lose 1 game in the jungle. They sweep Pittsburgh, get wins in Miami and Denver, stack up 13 wins, which would be enough to take the division. And that division is still strong enough to make 13 wins a stretch, but not double digits. I don't know about that defense, but Burrow, T, and Chase are worth at least 10 dubs this year. Pittsburgh Steelers 2025 etching reads 8.5 wins.
Let's go! Let's go!
Just par for the Mike Tomlin course. All of the Pittsburgh dads of the world want more, of course.
We ain't getting out of here kicking field goals. Next time, we got to be ready to go.
And the hope is A-Rod can provide it. Rodgers 2024 in New York wasn't terrible personally. 28 touchdowns against 11 INTs.
Puts it right in his hand.
If you are a Steelers fan and haven't found him, by the way, get on it. Urinating tree as well.
This is the group. Look at me, this is the group.
Both super fans who need more from an offense that was mid in points per game and on third down.
Make the plays, man. The plays ain't gonna make themselves. I'm looking at the playmakers.
Not great at moving the ball and terrible at cashing in when they made it inside the 20.
Lob to the back of the end zone, intercepted!
Rodgers takes over for Russ, of course, and Fields, I guess. Wilson made the Pro Bowl for Pittsburgh, playing 11 games, mid-90s rate, 16 TDs against 5 INTs.
Caught, Austin!
Had enough of George Pickens, traded him off a 900-yard year.
Get your ice cream ready. I want this to be something tropical for you.
Taking over as WR1, DK Metcalf. Metcalf 992 yards in 2024, 900 to 1,300 every year in the game.
Got DK in the backfield. He's got it!
Calvin Austin heads into his year 3 off career highs in receptions, yards, and touchdowns.
It's Calvin Austin. He has a step. Austin heading straight up the middle of the field.
Clocked out with 548 yards.
They can't cover. They can't cover you. Let's get it.
They did add tight end Jonnu Smith in that trade. 88 catches, 8 touchdowns, 884 yards for Miami last year.
Yeah!
He pairs with tight end Pat Freiermuth, the only other pass catcher of note from last year's Pittsburgh squad, put up career highs in catches, 650-plus yards, scored 7 times.
And Freiermuth is in!
Wilson and Fields' styles led to an increase in sacks taken as expected, 49 of them.
Wilson is sacked by Hendrickson again.
Left tackle Dan Moore got tagged with a fat 16.5 sacks allowed.
Pressure is on. Ball's out. Ball's loose on the turf.
They let Moore walk. They had first-rounder Troy Fautanu miss most of the year, so he takes his spot in the lineup. Steelers offense, a ground-and-pound attack.
Shake and bake move by Harris.
29th in pass attempts, 4th in rush attempts.
Najee Harris scampers into the end zone.
No more Najee Harris, though. He'd given them 1,000-plus yards the last 4 years in a row, too.
Like Superman, laid out and got the end zone.
But Najee just 4 per run. Their changeup back was good for more than that. Jalen Warren hit at 4.3.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh Steelers.
Warren, 500-plus yards, came down from a 780-plus yard year in 2023. He likely takes a backseat to Caleb Johnson, who they got in the 3rd round this year.
And downhill running style, you can see how the Steelers would appreciate that. A lot of his work is in between the tackles where he runs a little bit upright, but he's still able to break tackles.
Terrible Towlers believing if their offense can make up some ground, it would be enough to put them over the top.
Be great. Be great.
Because they are plenty happy with the defense they're working with.
Heineke hit by Hayward. Down he goes. Oh, would you let the Lion King roar there, baby?
Held teams to 20 a game, 2nd hardest on 3rd down.
And that is going to be intercepted. This game is over.
12th in yards per game allowed, 13th in the red zone.
The ball is loose. A fumble caused by Watt again.
So some room for growth still.
Welcome to the big stage. It's the big stage because we're here.
Secondary held quarterbacks to an 87 rating, 8th lowest.
The Steelers have forced a turnover on downs. Oh my goodness. You don't believe what you're seeing.
Their pass rush, 40 sacks without blitzing much isn't bad.
Jones is sacked. TJ Watt.
But 40 was just middle of the pack.
That was a sack, a forced fumble, and a fumble recovery as TJ Watt makes the play.
They had an average pressure rate, too. Along the ground, only a few teams stingier versus runners.
TJ Watt comes in just a nice right hook. Absolutely drops the ball out of there.
They have all sorts of talent coming back at all 3 levels.
You gotta go slow those jokers down right now. All right. Especially 90. He's hunting.
Yeah, he hunting.
All right. All right.
Have to start with TJ. Watt, 11 sacks, most forced fumbles.
TJ Watt slings them down.
2nd team All-Pro.
And the ball game will end on the TJ Watt sack.
He's a lock for 10-plus bags so long as he's healthy.
TJ Watt, that is career sack number 100 for him.
Has the game for twice that, too.
Bro, he got 100 sacks. I want more.
Can Cam Hayward come close to another first-team All-Pro year in his 15th year on stage? 8 sacks, 11 passes defensed, and over 70 tackles. Stud.
Let's finish it.
Joining him in the trenches, rookie Derek Harmon arrived via the first round.
I had a chance to go see him live, and he's impressive. He's on the other side of the line of scrimmage constantly.
Outside linebacker Alex Highsmith, 6 sacks in 11 games. He's a double-digit guy if he plays a full slate.
Alex Highsmith has number 2 on the night.
And they like Herbig, who filled in for Highsmith and nabbed 5.5 QBs as a soft.
Yes, dudes, brother. Let's go. Come on. They told us he wasn't a fumbler, right?
They parted ways with defensive lineman Larry Obi-Wan Gunjobi, leaves off a 41-tackle year.
Rodgers slides in trouble, goes down.
And check this out, defensive tackle Keanu Benton's rookie year, 36 tackles, 16 solo, 1 sack, 8 QB hits. His second year in the league, 36 tackles, 16 solo, 1 sack, 8 QB hits.
Nowhere to go and taken down.
Stacked behind them, a White Stripes level linebacking duo. If your initials are PW, good chance you're an elite linebacker, I guess. Peyton Wilson impressed, making 80 tackles despite coming off the bench most of the year. Pair him with a queen, not even a 7-nation army can stop that. Patrick with 129 tackles, made the Pro Bowl, 98-plus tackles each of his 5 years in the show.
And this was definitely a fumble.
And then there's the Pittsburgh backside. Big change, though, due to the swap. No more Minka, a Pro Bowler 3 straight years. Fitzpatrick close to 100 tackles in 2024. Not super clear who will pair with safety Deshaun Elliott, who comes off a year where he held quarterbacks to a sub-90 rate while making over 100 tackles.
It's over the middle and picked off. It is Deshaun Elliott. It is Pittsburgh debut.
Jalen Ramsey joins the cornerback room, held it down to a sub-90 rate for the Finns in 2024.
Ramsey untouched, coming off the edge.
Also new to the towel, Darius Slay, who had a fine year while winning a ship with Philadelphia.
Going deep down the far side of the field, and it's Slay.
Slay took it.
How about that?
They join cornerback Joey Porter Jr. Like getting a Jelly of the Month Club membership, he's the gift from Chicago that keeps on giving. Sub-80 rate, no touchdowns allowed, faced the most targets on the team, 70 tackles.
Intercepted!
They had a Rook and a Bishop all in one, so they could move Beanie straight and diagonal. What a first year.
And it is picked off by the Steelers.
Held quarterbacks to a sub-70 rate, picking off 4 passes.
Picked off by Beanie Bishop.
Some changes at corner. Lost Dante Jackson, who had 5 INTs.
It is intercepted. Dante
Added
Jackson.
cornerback Brandon Eccles, former Jet who held quarterbacks to a sub-90 rate last year.
Diving interception made by Brandon Eccles.
Cam Sutton held his targets to a low 70s rate, lost games to injury.
Give him credit. Big play.
And once again, they have Chris Boswell kicking it through the uprights, as steady as Deb in the kitchen. 41 of 44 on field goal attempts, led the NFL in field goals made, 13 for 15 from downtown, didn't miss an extra point. So, you have an offense fueled by Rodgers, DK for Pickens, that's Push City, Muth at tight end, Warren and rookie Johnson in the backfield. They beefed up their front 7, taking Harmon with their first. That's a beefy front 3 when you pair him with Hayward and Benton. TJ, Highsmith, Herbig bringing it from the edges. Queen and Wilson, a nice second-level duo. Backside, slaying for Jackson. No harm, no foul. Both dudes had good 2024s. Ramsey is an upgrade to the corner room. Eccles is new too, but should back up Slay, Beanie, Porter, etc. By law, I can't present a floor with less than 9 wins for Tomlin, so here's a 9-win year in theory. Home wins versus Cleveland, Miami, Indy, Minnesota, Seattle. Road wins, Cleveland, New England, New York, and Chicago. If their offense were to ascend to top 10 or 12 territory, they could make a lot more noise. 4 of 6 inside the division, which is tough again, save Cleveland in theory, and that's why it's tough to see their ceiling much higher than 12 wins. Coach Lasso once said that with the exception of the wit and wisdom of Calvin and Hobbes, not much lasts forever. That and Mike Tomlin's winning streak. Well, he should have added that part, so give us 9+ wins.